Hey everyone, we're here with Game 1 of the Alpha Build with Avacyn, Guardian Angel, and the Portal Edition. So looking at our opening hand, it's not a great one. I mean, it's 4 lands, but it's no action early on, so we're going to go ahead and ship this back. This one is much more feasible. We got a Howling Mine, we have Keldor and a Outpost. See if we can get that tempo play correct. We're going to go ahead and keep this. So today we are up against Yisan, the Wandering Bard, which is going to have to be a high target for us. He is very, very efficient at just combo ramping into a Crater Hoof Behemoth when built properly. Child of Alara, which is usually just the kind of 5-color good stuff, or a consistent board sweeper, or even the lands deck, which can be frustrating to deal with at times. Yeah, we'll keep that. And then we've got good old Nico Bolas, reading this book, ready to ruin everyone's day by punching people. Oh, and then we've got some chat going on. Looks like we have some people coming back from a game that just finished. Oh well. Don't remember, kids. Don't carry over grudges from the past game that you were just playing. Instead, look forward to the future. So, how are we going to handle our future? Well, I do want to lead off with planes. Let's see. Sacrifice the planes instead. If you do, put it on the battlefield. If you don't, put it into its own graveyard. So we do set ourselves back a turn with that. And we're just going to F8 this. So, let's see. It only makes 1 white. So we do put ourselves back when we do that. We want to make sure we have at least 2 out. Yeah. Before we play the outpost, then we can tap 2, put down the outpost. Yeah, tempo-wise, the outpost actually does kind of suck. And, oh, Bolas going off with Soul Ring and Signet. It's not good. So we're just going to head past it. Fortunately, we do have 2 Wrath effects in hand. Both of our Wrath effects, in fact. Yisan, wanting off with a Mana Crypt, has some very powerful decks here. So Yisan probably going to come out with... Yep, Yisan comes out right away. Yeah, okay, so we can't actually afford to not drop the Howling Mine next turn, because we're going to need to drop... Unless... Oh boy, so... We do have an out to Yisan. The Sarah Bestiary can keep him from activating his abilities, and I think with this explosive start he's had, we're going to need it. It's going to keep us off of playing anything for a little while, but I think we can deal. Okay, yeah, that's going to tie up our mana for a while. So with that being said, he might not be doing as much. At the very least, he's going to have to burn some removal on Bestiary, and that's going to keep him from using Yisan for a turn. Yep, cannot attack or block. And his activated abilities with tap in their costs can't be activated. How do you like me now? Get some interesting arrest tech going on. Alright, so instead, he's going to go ahead and... Okay, he does have 3 mana. Of course, he has a mana crypt to play, so it's going to be hard enough to do it. Sylvan Scrying, search your library for a land card, put out the promo, too. Man, it makes me so mad that our shop didn't get this promo. You sign up for F&M, you're supposed to get promos, but then F&M just randomly the Weather's Event Report randomly deletes your events, and boom, no promos. And this was the good promo, too. What the actual hey? Alright, so what did he grab? He went and grabbed... Of course he grabbed Gaia's Cradle. Alright, so we have a Gaia's Cradle to worry about. Yep, very powerful Yisan deck indeed. So, we're going to have to figure out a way to just keep this slow down. I definitely think our Sarah Bestiary is going to do a lot for keeping Yisan under wraps. Sacred Ground, whenever a spell ability an opponent controls causes a land to be put into your graveyard from the battlefield, return that card to the battlefield. So, kind of a tech card that you can play in something like the Million Dollar deck, but this definitely confirms that this is the 5-color lands deck for Child of Alara. They've got an Academy Ruins, too. Meanwhile, Bolas ramping up over here with a Psalm Simulacrum. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana available to him. It's going to be at least... Oh no! Yeah, he needs 2 more in order to play Bolas. Bolas is an 8-drop. It's a very powerful 8-drop. And he's keeping up the 3 for Burnished Heart. Yep. Yeah, that's actually the correct way to play Burnished Heart. You can get some decent acceleration if you just throw him out there on curve with 3. But you leave yourself to be blown open with a Naturalize or something like that, and that can actually make you very sad. So go ahead and keep your hearts, safe, kids. Keep the mana open. Now, unfortunately, I can't really play anything, so I'm going to pass turn. Now, the good news is, next turn, even though I will only have 3 lands out, if I don't draw into another planet, I can go ahead and sack one of the tap planets to put out the Keldoran Outpost, and then I'll use that to play the Howling Mine. Yep, I like that plan. That'll help us draw into more lands, hopefully, and help these guys get something that can hopefully slow this guy down, just shut him off. And he's going to play the Gaia's Cradle. Gaia's Cradle is going to tap for 2. God, this would be so disgusting right now if Yisan was active. And there's a doubling season. As if we didn't need more reason to do things. Of course the Scooz is coming at me. Nothing we can do about that. It's to be expected. Of course, with this we don't actually want a Wrath yet, because that just lets him reset Yisan. Surprised he didn't even lead off with a Gaia's Cradle, though. What's he waiting for? Is he suspecting like a strip mine or something like that? He might be. I mean, I guess if you can wait till you have a bunch of creatures to play Gaia's Cradle, then you minimize the chances that someone has of just blowing up. Because Gaia's Cradle is, in fact, a high-velocity target. And, oh, Child of Alara's running Guildgate. So, it could be the Scape Shift Dragon's Maze variety. You know what? That actually explains the second round. This is the Dragon's Maze version. Then we got a big old Nikki B. That's potentially very scary. Yep, go ahead and pay the 2. We do have Spirit Link, so we could give that to Nicol Bolas and be very cute. However, I need to sack one of these lands so that we can play the Keldoran Outpost. Not the Keldoran. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we do have our Howling Mine. We are going to draw a couple more cards a turn. We still only have 3 lands, which is bad. But we also had 3 lands before. So I guess you could say it's less like missing a land drop. We still didn't lose tempo, though, because we were able to play a 2-drop on turn 4 and pay for the Serra Bestiary. So even though it's going to hurt us a little long-term to not have that other land, no, maybe the long-term is better with the tempo. And there's the Gaia's Cradle. So for 6 mana, he's going to bring out... See, there's a Concordant Crossroads. I don't like where this is going. All creatures have haste. Let's see, there's an Elvish Mystic. Usually one of the first things you grab with the Yisan if you don't grab something that can untap stuff. Which, if you have like a Narva Elf? I mean, I guess if you found a way to turn Gaia's Cradle into a forest without getting rid of its abilities. And, yep. Go ahead and smack him for me for 3. Like I said, there's nothing I can do about that. So he already has Dragon's Maze, Child of Alara, and Nicol Bolas is here too. Yep. Moto is definitely the place to figure out how to play the more powerful cards, because you're going to constantly run into decks like this, and really there's no point about complaining to people about how ridiculously powerful the decks are, because this is just a place where stuff like the Guy's Cradle and all that are so much more affordable than they are in paper. Plus, there's nothing really stopping you from making decks like that other than maybe your own sensibilities, but it's a good way to try and figure out how to make a good deck within your certain limits and being able to compete against decks like that still. Alright, so Bolas is going to pay his upkeep costs. Why not use a Signet first? I actually really advocate using rocks as early as you can and hopefully saving your lands for paying for stuff as much as possible. In that instance, you could probably get away with going... Oh, Bolas is heading straight for Child of Alara. He knows what's up. And he lost Celestial Sanctuary, Vampiric Tutor, Beseju, Storius Gilgate, and Vivid Grove. Losing that Gilgate sucks. And then always yield to the Howling Mine. Hopefully gives us a land. If not, we're going to feel bad. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Still, we can go ahead and get in on this action. Yeah, let's go ahead and give Bolas a little something. Spirit Link. Now, whenever Bolas deals damage, we're going to gain that much life. So hopefully, he's not coming at us next. And even if he does, it's going to take him like 3 hits to kill us. I mean, would have liked to have had it last turn, but trying to get the Howling Mine to keep drawing into lands is going to be good. And the irony of saying that we keep drawing into too many lands and we don't draw into lands. Maybe we... Okay, well, actually, to be fair, we can cut that Foe Arsenal I was talking about earlier to actually get the, to put in another basic land, I guess, if we really needed to. I'd rather put in a spell, though. It's one of those balancing issues that you have to figure out at some point. Oh, and there's a Hornet Queen. Comes into play with 4 friends, and each of those is going to help the Guy's Cradle just get more ridiculous. Although this looks like a counterspell. Oh, not just a counterspell, it's desertion. Which means Bolas is going to get those bees. Great! The one thing you didn't want one of the most feared dragons in the multiverse to have. Bees! Bees everywhere! That's just great. Bees. Oh, he would have gotten double the bees, too. Well, he's going to have to deal with a Sakura Tribe Elder instead. And, of course, good old Steve. Yeah. And no, he's leaving up his defenses. Does not want to incur wrath anymore. Alright, so, with Howling Mine out, people are in fact going to be drawing more cards. Yep. So Bolas won't be shutting out everyone completely. Everyone is in top deck mode because of Bolas right now. I'm kind of in top deck mode just by virtue of not drawing lands. But the Howling Mine will alleviate this somewhat. Howling Mine, for sure, one of the consistent engines in our deck. Skyshine Bless. All lands getting Shroud until end of turn. Draw a card. Probably just doing it for the cantrip because he did just have his entire hand blown apart. Alright, so we're untapping. Bolas is going to keep up his upkeep. I really do think that you should be using the Signet to pay for this first. Because you can get away with doing red, use a mountain to pay for Signet, pay for the other red, but then you should have your stuff of red. Well, I guess you just use the island because you're already paying blue. Ah! Return target permanent to its owner's hand. Did not want me having that spirit link. Ah, that's mean. What the hey? Man, I was keeping him on lockdown too. I might actually just release him now just to be spiteful. Now my whole hand is wiped out. Man, I even have a shielded Scalebane. That would have been so good against Nikopolos. You know what? I think it's time to release him. Free him. Now he free. Alright, so I've got my Jalone Tome out, so anything that's dead, we'll ditch it to draw a new card. Bolas hit me. Made me discard my hand. Let Avacyn go. Let the terror begin. I mean, Bolas has a strong enough lead that I don't feel bad about it. It'll let the Avacyn player start doing stuff and force the Bolas player to focus him next. Ah, we did lose a lot of great cards, though. And again, Rashida's Scalebane would have been perfect in this instance. Now, if we manage to top deck something like Breath of Life or Land and Miraculous Recovery, then she can actually come in and do some real good work. Just because of Bolas. How about that? But Nicol Bolas taken out by one woman. Let's see if we can make that happen this game. And of course, Yi-san has started going off with his turn. He's got his first lore counter, which means he can grab a 1-drop from his deck and put it into play. Let's see. He's got a lot of pieces too, so there really shouldn't. Let's see. Can you start chaining them together? He has the Concordant Crossroads out. So he just needs something that can untap Yi-san. No, instead he's just got a Fight Bear. Fight Bear, not as relevant right now because he's lacking his bigger creatures. Would have been great with the bees. Actually, would have been almost just straight stupid. The question now is how quickly can Yi-san get into the game now that he's free. And of course he's hitting me. I mean, I did keep Yi-san locked up. Then I released Yi-san in order to fight a bigger threat. Did I just create the Suicide Squad? Well, I don't really have an insurance plan. Bolas made sure of that. Oh well. We do have Child of Lara, though. So what's Child gonna do about this? Let's see, like 4 cards in hand, so that's not bad. White burn so much. I get it now. Yeah, I get it now. Alright then, so Child of Lara finally tapping some mana. Child's got 1 bounce. Restore. Okay, that's a good thing to do. Yep, he's getting the Guild Gate. If there were any doubts about it before, know now that this is the Dragon's Maze deck. So, Scape Shifting would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them out. Yeah, Bolas definitely needs to be tapping 1 blue to pay for the signet rather than these 3. Just don't like not using your artifacts because those are easier to blow up on your yeah, it's easier for your opponents to blow this up on your turn than come on. I'm getting Pajuka bogged, so Rashida is actually just going to be straight gone. Alright. No. Yep, I have just been absolutely neutered to death. What the hell? I have literally no way outside of telling mine to do anything now. Bola smacking Easton. Easton had nothing but lands apparently. Alright guys, time for us to team up and take down a dragon. Destroy target non-black creature, can't be regenerated. He's blowing up Scavenging Ooze, not Yisan. That's going to be a mistake on his part. That's actually just a straight mistake. Let's see then. So we do get a land. Ward of Lights. Cast as though you had Flask. If you, let's see, enchant creature, protection from the chosen color until end of turn. Do I want to try and get something else though? I don't really know that there's anything else I can really do right with that. Let's see, Bolas is tapped out. You know, I'm going to go ahead and hold on to it. That can be decent protection to get for Avacyn. Which of course means that we can't actually F8 anymore. I mean, even worst case scenario, we can flash it onto something that needs protection, or we can discard it to the Jalome Tome. We have 5 lands now, which means we can go ahead and use 2 of these to pay for the outpost and at least get a token out. And then we can go ahead and save 2 for either the Tome or the Ward of Lights. And this is good. I can actually see the Jalome Tome in action. Yisan, go ahead and grabbing creature number 2. Now, it's either like around the 2 to 4 slot that you actually can start untapping Yisan, start chaining the effects together. The question just becomes, how soon can you get it? Because it looks like you played a land for turn? Meanwhile, Bolas is sitting pretty at 6 cards. And you got Scribe Ranger. Return a force you control to its owner's hand. Untap target creature. Activates ability only once each turn. Alright, so it is the Scribe Ranger that can start chaining together with Yisan the Wanderer Barb. Now, it'd be funny if I went ahead and gave Yisan protection from green. But, like I said, we need Yisan to start ramping up over here to deal with Bolas. Alright, so creature number 3. Let's see. It's mono green, so there's no real way I think you can blink out the Scribe. And you can't grab a second Scribe. Scribe also has protection from blue and flying, so that's actually a protection against Bolas as well. Pretty nifty if you ask me. And it's going to be Shaman of Forgotten Ways. Ooh, Biorhythm. Ew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ew. That could actually just be straight death for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's just 1 off from having Formidable. And then for 11 mana, can Biorhythm. And we'll have that next turn for sure. That's disgusting. Yep. Fortunately... Ah, he's got that fight bear too. Okay, so Keldor Outpost is suddenly really, really important. Oh, I should have out-yielded to into the wilds. I've been F8 almost this entire game. Let's see, Child's not anywhere close to being able to get their Dragon's Maze win off. So we may end up seeing a Child of Alara coming into play. Sack to the high market or Phyrexian arena. Actually, I think that's actually just what they have to do. It's going to suck to lose our High Mine, though. But at least we can use the Gelon Tome to ditch these Wards of Lights. Hopefully draw into another card. Because if we're only at 5 mana, it's going to be a little while before we can get Avacyn online. And we need ways to just draw into ways to draw cards. Alright then, so... it's your call. Although it would be funny if Shaman of the Forgotten Ways went to activate and Child got sacked. Although that also begs the question of Child of Alara getting destroyed in response sack, in response Shaman. That would be incredibly awkward. So instead, it looks like we're going with something else here. I do see mana of every type, except for blue. No, there it is. But then what's the colorless from? Oh, there's the Mace's End. Oh, okay, so it is Child of Alara. With one left over. What was the colorless left over from? Phyrexian Tower? Okay, so is sacrificing this. Child of Alara is going to blow up all the things. So Gelon Tome, going to draw a card, then ditch a card. I actually just forgot it was looting. For some reason I thought I would have to discard Ward of Lights first. No, this is actually just a lot better. Library of Lang. No maximum hand size, but whenever I discard a card, I would have to get rid of it. For some reason, I'm not worried about a maximum hand size today. Child is in fact now blowing up. The board has been wiped. What the frick? Alright then. Alright then. So with this, we're just F6 the rest of Alara's turn. Okay then. So there's boots, which means Bolas can just come right down and punch someone in the face. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's a spell bomb, which pretty good targets right now. And we're gonna go ahead and use our outpost, make a soldier. Yes, finally! There we go! Gift of Estates. All of our opponents control more lands than we do, so we're going to be able to tank up here. Yep, 3 lands. So now we do have land drops, and we can go ahead and pass. Wait, no. Not just pass. We can punch people in the face. Let's go ahead and punch this jerk over here. Yeah, we punched someone in the face for one. All the tutoring. He's about to lose a lot of resources from this spell bomb, though. And if he has a Sylvan library out, then I almost don't want to touch that. Let's see, one more turn, and we can go ahead and play Avacyn. Because then we'll have the Ward of Lights open. Gaia's Cradle is not going to tap for mana, though. Unless an Urborg is out? An Urborg is not out. And there's the Yisan. And I do want to go ahead and keep up the outpost to make a soldier. Just get a couple of guys out there. Gift of Estates, coming through. Brand new card. We just threw 3 cards off of 1. I will take that. That is a very fine card. And it does get better because we will be able to search for the Mistveiled Plains with it. That's kind of worrisome. Alright, so what does Child have for us now that they've completely wiped the board? We have a Maze's End, we have Guildgate, we have 3 Guildgates out, looks like. Yeah. Let's give him Bolas. Okay, and Yisan just scoops. He's done. One thing going over to... I probably think that giving the soldier... Let's see, punching with the soldier, giving this guy something... Probably felt like he was going to get hit out, something like that. Nah, he just says he has to go. But, so, that's fine. It's going to make this a little easier. But we do have some Guildgates to worry about. Okay, so Maze's End is going to go ahead and search out Guildgate put into play. Well, Bolas has spirits. We don't want to lose our soldiers. And we do have to worry about Skate Shift coming into play at some point. Because now they have 1, 2, 3, 4 Guildgates out. Storm Cauldron. Each player may play an additional land during each of his or her turns. Whenever a land is tapped for mana, return it to its owner's hand. Wait, what? What the hey? We need to find a way to get rid of that. I remember this card. That's a card that we were looking at a little while ago. In other words... Oh, hey, Vandal Blast. That was timely. Well, time to get our beat on. Propaganda. Alright, defensive wall. And we have a strip mine, so we can actually go ahead and get rid of that Maze's End as soon as we see it. I mean, I guess we could go ahead and get rid of one of the guild gates, but at the same time... Alright, so we are going to go ahead and punch Child of Alara. See, yep, there we go. So we're going to hit them for 2. And then it's time for us to go ahead and bring out Avacyn. Avacyn's now in play. And if we need to, we can use these wards of lights to save her. I do want to keep this up, though. See if we can get a bait out a kill spell. Although, ideally, if we could drop Ward of Lights... I want to say name red. Black's got more kill spells, though. Both of them are relevant. And in Grixis, you're more likely to have Black Wrath... You can have red and black Wrath effects. Let's see, this will be tricky. We're giving up our next land drop so that we can strip mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Bolas definitely has more lands than us. By 1, actually. Spellbomb, getting rid of... Okay, all the things here. And I don't think there's really any... Let's see. Not losing any guild gates. Academy Ruins is going to put the Storm Cauldron on top. So Spellbomb is taking care of Alara's graveyard, but there isn't anything of worth there. If he had just waited 1 turn... then Strip Mine would have taken care of at least 1 guild gate. I actually did just kind of forget about it. Also, Croesus the Purger. Oh, this is not going to be good. Oh, this is so not going to be good. Okay, phew. Not coming at me. But he's tapped out now, so I think I will take the off chance of saying pro-black. Let's see. Fellwar Stone adds mana. I don't think I can afford to put down too much right now. Go down to 6 land-wise. So can he produce white? He can't produce white. So with that said, I think it's time we attack with all creatures towards Bolas. Wait, no. Frick. We're just going to have to skip it for now, because I don't want to keep beating on Child of Alara at this point, actually. Oh, how did Child of Alara get... Ah, it's that spell bomb. Damn, I've communicated my intentions. But we do have mana now so to go ahead and wall off this Croesus Purger. And if he wants to try and hit us, this Ward of Lights can be played at instant speed. So, oh, frick, Child's potentially gonna wipe. Potentially. It might actually be a little premature for that, though. And actually, with this, I can also use Avacyn to hold off Croesus if Croesus goes after Child of Alara too. I do like Croesus, actually. It's a big dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's Child trying to do? Yep, there's child. Although I think you actually want to keep her as a rattlesnake more than anything. It. Yeah, you want to keep the child baby thing as a. You want to use it as a big beater. Because that's the. You got to beat down. And it's a 6/6 with trample. And giving me a spirit. Thank you, friend. So now I have 4 creatures. Don't do it. Don't. Destroy all 9 permanents. Well, I feel stupid now. Just wasted 2 whole cards. Yep. You know, I regret not attacking you now. Wrath me once, shame on you. Wrath me twice, shame on me. For letting you live long enough to wrath me twice. And there's that cauldron. You know, maybe if I remember that they put a cauldron up on the top of their deck. Rise from the Dark Realms. We're just going to auto-yield to that. Now, the downside being that he actually just has no lands on the field now. Except for one of the Psalms about to put out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could play one more. Well, we can also play 2 lands a turn. It's not like we're hurting for hand size. So what was that about land size and lands and all that? This is important. If that child dies, everything gets wrathed. If there's a way for us to kill it, we could be rid of that Storm Cauldron again. As it is, we're looking at some bad, nasty stuff. Alright, you know what? I'm going to put all my money on Avacyn. Yep. Stupid cauldron. Alright, we're going to give Avacyn protection from black. And now I have to discard cards. Which I am going to discard the Outpost. Just 2 lands. Keeping the Strip Mine because Strip Mine is good. Wait, frick! I forgot I could play a second one. That's just bad value right there. I am not a good player, people. Let that be a lesson to you. But we do have land drops for the next 7 turns. Something seems to have disappeared. And oh, this is going to be much worse than I thought. This is going to be so very much worse. Alright, we are going to attempt to finish off Child of Alara. It's not often you get a chance to actually just finish someone off. And did we get there? We got there. So Avacyn has killed someone now, but now it's down to us and Bolas. And Bolas is ahead by 2 land drops. That is very not good for us. Part of that's that Solemn Simulacrum just ramping him up. But now we have to deal with Croesus. So let's see what we can do. We just need to keep making land drops. It's the only thing we can do. Sustaining Spirits. We can go ahead and play that if we need to. But we need to push damage. He might have an Aetherize or something that just completely wrecks us. And if that happens, then we are in fact wrecked. Yep, and yep. Alright, so back to Croesus. Or Bolas. He's got Croesus out, but his commander's Bolas. You gotta remember that. Bolas is a big, scary dragon thing that will come down in 2 turns. Crux of a... destroy all... What the... Bruh! Destroy all the non-dragons, of course. Of course you play that in a Bolas deck. The good news is he can't actually kill me with commander damage on Croesus. He also doesn't have enough mana to actually use Croesus' effect. And the good news is we just got a Meekstone. Now, it looks like he's a little tight on blue sources. So, 3, 4, 5, 6. Baleful Strix, okay. The bad news is that Avacyn's going to cost 9 to play now. So, we're going to hope we get into something else. That's a command. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fortunately, Bolas does cost more than that, so we're not out dead just yet. And we do have a Mana Vault. So Mana Vault makes 4. We can go ahead and play this. And then we'll have Avacyn. I don't want to do that just yet, though. Because Avacyn can't get past a damn bird. There's also potential just running into counter magic. So we're going to go ahead and keep the vault there for when we need a 3 mana boost. That's huge, actually. That is really huge. Once again, Meekstone, though, proving its worth. Slugfest time. Can we do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He needs 10 mana to play Bolas. And we cannot afford to let him have Bolas. Discards their entire hand. Okay. I see how it is. Well, I literally have nothing else. Not even guaranteed land drops. Yep, Bolas just playing hard control, black control. I don't even bother with the majority of the counterspells. Just say, boom, your hand is no longer here. And what the heck was that? Like, what even was that? Tormenting voice, okay. Stop it. God, Moto, you're so glitchy. Hellkite Tyrant! I hope I have enough mana. So 9, I do have enough for 9. That's going to be enough to play Avacyn. That's not going to be enough to get literally anything else. I don't think I have a choice, though. And if I top deck into a land, I can't start using her Limit Break. So already the Mana Rock's proven how much that they actually help. And nope. Bounce to my hand. God damn it. Yeah, there's just no way we're going to beat a control deck like this. And what? Supplant form. He used frickin' supplant form. Undo. Okay, so Avacyn. We have an evil Avacyn coming at us that he can't use, unfortunately, except as a flying attacker. We can drop our Avacyn. And what? What does that actually happen? Oh, wait, no, he can because Chromatic Lantern's out. Frick my life. Well, we can at least force a trade with the Baleful Strix, I guess. We have to chump block Avacyn, because she's just going to wipe out our life otherwise. Of course he untapps his Basalt Monolith. His Basalt Monolith, not mine. Quit tapping my Monolith! Yep, the control game's just too strong. Make a horse. We gotta block Avacyn with horse. We take 1. Feels pretty bad, man. Feels pretty bad. He's the highest converting mana cost among currency you control, so he's going to draw 6 cards. Russian Knowledge. Pretty good card, actually. From Scourge, it looks like. Not bad. Talisman of Dominance. That damn dragon. Another Signet. Command Sphere, sure. Just dropping all the rocks. Alright, we do get a land, though, so that helps. We can go ahead and pass the turn with that. He's probably going to play Bolas next turn. That makes it over his side of the field, which means he can't blow it up with Vandal Blast. That's funny. But it is still keeping his bigger creatures locked down. Until that. Begin combat, sure. We can make 2 horses, but we're going to take massive amounts of damage here. Like, this thing's going to hit us regardless. Yep, and we're going to take 7 to the face. Why does the plant form have to be there? We still can't really do anything. Disciple of Bolas. So sack something, gain life, draw cards equal to the power of the sack creature. Sacking is Croesus the Purged. Drawing 6 new cards. Playing a Mana Crypt. With the hand grip that he has, there's just no way that I think we can actually come back from this. Not unless we just top deck a Wrath that he, exiled earlier. And there's Whisper Silk Cloak. We're going to have a way to deal with that. If we don't, that's game. And we have to keep the... right, because I auto-yielded. That's right. Guess I'll play a Sarah Angel. Pass the turn. That does it. That's it. Game over. There was just too much for us to overcome here. Had our hand blown up like 2-3 times. Had our board state blown up 2-3 times. And that's going to be it. Alright, so we'll try again with the next one. Stay tuned, everyone.